something like a great mountain burning with fire was thrown into the sea, and a third of the sea became blood, and a third of the living creatures in the sea died, and the third of ships were destroyed. Like I said, these trumpets are a little more than the seals were, okay? The word something like is our scriptural key not to take what follows literally. It was not a great mountain. It appeared to John like one, and it crashed into the sea. Okay, so let's get into this a little bit. The word for sea is the Greek word is thalassa. It comes from the word halis, the sea, general or specific, and means salt. So we're talking about salt seas. Here's my note. It appears that we can leave out lakes and rivers in this verse, which means we are left with either oceans or great bodies of water like the Mediterranean Sea, etc. Most theologians believe it had to be some type of monstrous asteroid that was covered with acid or poison out of the outer regions of space, or both, to do that kind of damage. That is, a third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. Now, let's put a little bit of a note on that. Without knowing what body of water we are talking about, we have no idea what a third entails, but it sounds horrific. So it wasn't a third of all the waters all over the earth. That's not what it's saying. This was a mountain that came down in a specific place, okay? And now, it could have been the Mediterranean Sea. It could have been the Sea of Galilee, for instance. It could have been the Atlantic Ocean. What a difference that would make. One third of the ships, one third of the creatures in the sea in the Mediterranean is a lot different from the Atlantic Ocean. So we really don't know. And we can't always go to the extreme and exaggerate things. We just don't know. Okay? So that's the second trumpet.